Hi friends, hope you're doing well. This July 2024 makes it exactly 10 years since I met my husband. Before going to the altar with that young man, or even to the young men, before clicking it off with that young lady, you need to ask these important questions. We ask ourselves these questions before deciding we're ready to start off this union. And it's been 6 years of being married to my husband, and I can tell you that of a truth, people change and people evolve. Like me, I wanted 5 kids before marriage, but today I'm even okay with 2 or 3. So people change. However, there are some core values about people you need to be sure of. That is why I bring you this video today. People can pretend, people can lie about who they are. You also need the grace of God to decipher and discern who is lying and who is saying the truth. However, during your courtship or dating phase, these are important questions you must ask. Something you must also note is the spouse you are getting married to should come from your family. It should be a member of your tribe. By your tribe, I mean your faith, your belief, your religion. Don't marry outside your faith. Don't marry outside your belief. It's not even a question of questions you should ask. Do you believe in God? No. That one is the foundation. It's a principle first. We must first come from the same family, the same tribe, the same kingdom. Then we can now ask ourselves these questions to be sure we can align with each other, to be sure we are compatible with each other. So let's dive straight into the video. You need to ask deep questions. And you asking the questions, be ready for deep answers, because you expect these people to be honest and open to you. So when they tell you their truth, don't judge them. Remember, a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. Ife of Diary of a Niger Girl shared some days ago on social media that she broke off her wedding 2 months to the date of the wedding. They had paid for the hall, paid for the musician, paid for the MC, paid for wedding dress. They were ready to walk down the aisle. But 2 months to the wedding date, she called it off because she saw some traits in the man she didn't like. So it's better you call off an engagement than end a marriage in divorce, because when divorce happens, it affects more than the both parties. There could be kids involved. There could be other parties already involved in the marriage that it will now affect. So it's better you call it off when it is just the both of you. So the first question you must ask your spouse or know about them is, what is your love language? I have a video on my channel about the 5 love languages by Gary Chapman. However, you need to know the person's love language, how they want to be loved. Some people want to be loved by receiving gifts on their birthdays. No matter how much you think you love them, if you don't give them a gift, a birthday card, a flower, a present, they don't feel loved. Some people feel loved when you do something for them. Acts of service. Everybody has an emotional bank. For you to fill up the emotional bank account, you need to know how they want to be loved. For me, I love words of affirmation. Tell me I'm doing well. Praise me. Whenever I do something, tell me thank you. Appreciate me for what I did. So that's how it is. You need to know how the other person wants to be loved so that you can love them the way they want to be loved. The number 2 question you should ask your spouse is, where do you see us in the future? What are your future plans for us? This one is a tough question, I tell you, because most people don't even have a goal for themselves, which is not good. You should have a plan for yourself. Of course, our plans will bring them to God, and then God will help us work in His will. But then overall, what is your picture of the family you want to build? What kind of a future do you see for us? Ask the man, ask the woman. If he's a man, you can ask him, and then he will answer you, oh, in the next 5 years, I'm going into the ministry. You as the woman, you will know whether you want to be a pastor's wife or not. Don't just keep quiet and rush into marriage. You need to know what the man's plans are for his future, so that you also know if your own life's purpose align with his own. Some people have plans of working for just 5 years and then they retire and enter into business. Are you ready to marry a startup who will become a CEO of a business in the next 5 years? You need to know. He could be working right now, but his plans are to stop working in the next 5 years and start his own business. You need to know his plans so that you can also know if you are ready to become a stay-at-home wife to take care of the kids, or you need to work double so that you can bring extra income to the family. You both need to discuss what the future holds. Some people have plans of relocating from the country where they are to another country. You need to discuss it. For some people, they want to remain where they are because of their parents, because of a business they have. Some people want to relocate. So you have to ask these questions. What are your plans for the future? When both of you discuss, you can now know if your future fits into their own future before saying I do. Another important question you must ask is finances. Yes, you both must ask yourself, are you willing to be open and transparent about your finances? Are we having a joint account? Know amongst the both of you who is the spender, who is the saver, who can keep money better than the other person. Yes, before you get married, you need to know all these things. Are we putting money in the bank? Are we doing investments? Are we doing monthly savings? How do we pay the bills? Are we splitting rent into half? You pay 50, I pay 50, or I bring 60, you bring 40, or the man, are you the one bearing the whole burden of paying the rent, paying the school fees, paying the medical bills, buying the food stuff? Are you the one in charge of everything and I'm just there to keep my own money? You both need to discuss. The woman needs to know whether her money is her money or his money is our money. All those kind of myths that exist. We both need to talk about it during the courtship phase. What is your mindset on finances? Some men believe their wives should not work. How can my wife go and be saying yes to another man in the office? She must stay at home. Meanwhile, the woman has a plan of becoming a career-oriented person. You're going to be cutting her dream short and she'll be unhappy in the marriage. So both of you have to discuss. Some women want to stay home and be a full-time housewife, which is also a full-time job, taking care of the kids, market, cooking, everything. But their husbands want a woman who will be going out to work and become the next Dora Akunyili or Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. You need to discuss this together so that you both are on the same page before saying I do. Most issues couples have in relationships are issues that could have been resolved during the dating phase, where you both ask these hard questions, tough questions, but will help you decipher whether the other person is the best partner you can have for your future. This next question is a question I don't think I asked my husband this question while we were dating, or if I did, I don't think I got a clear answer. And it is roles and responsibilities. We need to discuss how the roles and responsibilities in the home will be. Are we having a nanny? Are we bringing in someone to stay with us? If yes, good. Is it a living nanny or someone that will come and go? Or is it a relative? Or, we needed to have asked these questions before marriage. I did not do it. I just assumed that the way my parents' home ran is the way my own home will run. You also need to ask the man, do you believe you can wash dishes? Do you believe you can change diaper when the baby is wet? Do you believe in bathing your kids in the morning while I'm trying to prepare their lunch for school? We need to discuss these rules. Who will do school runs? Who will take the trash away? Who will wash the toilet? Who will wash the bathroom? These are real issues we need to discuss before marriage. It's not when you get into the home, you start discussing it, especially our African men. Most African men grew up with this idea of king royalty mentality because in most homes, they are looking for a male child. So when they give birth to a male child, they pamper him and treat him like an egg. And so he grows up expecting his wife to keep treating him that way. You need to ask him before marriage, do you know toilets need to be washed? Plates we use in eating, do you know you can actually take it to the kitchen when you are done eating and then wash it and keep it back? You need to ask these questions. If he says, no, I don't believe I can wash toilets, and you a woman, you know your love language is acts of service. You know you cannot fully do it without the help of a cleaner or a nanny, and you cannot afford it. Just look for ways to start drawing back your leg, or both of you have to plan a way around it. So you need to know how to share roles and responsibilities. Who is the primary provider? Some homes, the men believe all they do is just to work and bring in the money. How the home runs, how the children go to school, assignment, take their bath, eat, everything is not their business. You need to discuss this before marriage. Another question that most people neglect and just avoid is, how many kids do we want to have? And then when do we want to start having those kids? You need to ask this question. Some people believe when they get married, they should wait for at least 1 year before they start having kids. Other people believe that as we are getting married, in 9 months' time, we will come visiting with a boy and girl. So you need to discuss these issues amongst yourselves. Are we having kids now? When are we going to have kids? If we are having kids, how many kids do we want to have? Also ask, what if infertility occurs? Because I've not been married before, you've not been married before. What if we get married and we try having kids for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and it's not coming? What are the options available that we can try? Can we do adoption? Can we do IVF? Some people don't believe in IVF. They believe that it is only God that can give a child. So medical science has no role to play in that. You need to discuss this before marriage. What if infertility happens? Even you as the man, what if it's your problem? that's low sperm count, issues that you need to visit a doctor, are you open and willing to go for medical checkup? So men don't go to hospitals. They just believe that the problem exists with the woman. You need to have these hard conversations. The next thing you should ask yourselves is family. You need to both discuss how the both families will relate to each other. You know, you people are coming together as one. So your family is his family is your family. Yes, I know that. However, sentiment still exists. You need to ask before marriage, are we sending monthly upkeep money to our family members, to our families? If yes, how much are we sending? So that it's not when we enter the marriage, the woman decides that all her salary she will send it home to her parents, while the man's salary is just from running this their immediate family. Or the man decides that his family needs money more, and so he will send half of his salary home to his people, while the woman alone is running the home. Both of you need to discuss who will come for omugo, as we call it in Nigeria. When the woman puts to bed, who is coming to nurse the baby and take care of the child? Is it the wife's mother or the husband's mother? You need to discuss. Relatives, when they come visiting, for how long can they stay? We need to stipulate it. Some people don't like people in their private spaces. Some people like the whole world to come. Like everybody come visiting, come and stay, come. Oh, you are passing, come. You are traveling to Aba, come. You are going to Lagos, come and spend the night. Some people don't like it. They just want their space to themselves. Ask this person that wants to get married to you, why me? Yes, why do you want to get married to me? There are over 8 billion people on the planet Earth. In your lecture, when you were going to school, in your department, in your school, in your faculty, there are so many young ladies. In your church, in your workplace, in your neighborhood, there are so many women. Why me? Is it because I have the shape of Kim Kardashian, or I can cook like Hilda Basi, or I can sing like Mercy Chinwo? What is the reason why you want to get married to me? I want to know the reason. You, the woman, too, answer the man. Why are you choosing him? Women, remember you are the one choosing the spouse. When the man comes to you and say, will you marry me? You have the power of choice. You are the one who says yes. So why are you saying yes to him? What is the reason? It's not just, you make butterflies in my belly fly all around. You make my world go round. How do I make your world go round? How? Tell me. State the reason clearly. Let me know. Let him also tell you the reason why he's choosing you. What has he seen that you want to help him accomplish in his own life? Because you, the woman, you are his helpmate. What is the vision he has that you are coming to help? You need to know these things. I'm sure if we can ask ourselves these questions, then we are almost ready to say I do to that person we love. Ask these questions, but don't remain stagnant on the responses you receive. People change. Before getting married, I didn't used to wear jewelries at all. My ear holes were not even bored. They were closed. I pierced my ear holes 3 years after marriage. You need to know that people evolve, people change. As long as what they are changing into is not hurting any of the parties, you can allow it. However, when it changes from their core values, core beliefs, like someone switching from their faith in God to something entirely different, then you know you need somebody higher. The bonus point I would like to add at this point is, who is your mentor? You need to know who your partner submits to. The man needs to know who his wife submits to, and the wife needs to know who the husband submits to, not just parents. It's not just parents, because when you meet parents, when either of the parties does something you don't like, there could be bias when they're handling the issues. Because if you tell your husband's mother that her son is doing something wrong, except she is really helped of God, she might not be very open to handle the issue pragmatically with an open mind. So you need to know who your husband submits to. A mentor, someone you know, if you call his name, that can I call sir this on this issue, he will respect the man's opinion. You as the woman too, you need to tell your husband who your mentor is. There are several times I and my husband have had to meet my mentor over issues that I felt were right, I felt were okay, but my husband didn't think so, especially the first few years of our marriage. We also had to meet his own mentors. They are different people. I don't understand why he does this, why he does this. And then that third party with an open mind will explain things to us because they've been married for longer. My mentor has been married for over 20 years. His own mentor has been married for over 20 years. So you can imagine the length of experience they both have. When we go to them with the wealth of knowledge and with the fact that they are both believers, we have the same faith, and what we believe in aligns closely, it has made our marriage easier and more beautiful. So these are the few tips and questions I know you should ask your spouse before marriage. Did I miss out something? Tell me in the comment section of questions young people need to ask before saying I do. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, give me a thumbs up and tell me what you enjoyed most in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Bye.